Hello and welcome back to Redirecting. As the days go on, we grow more and more weary of the things that we see and behold. And yet another day, another incident. And this one we are talking about an incident that took place last night at a Coney Island in the city of Detroit. A lot of you may know that I spent a good majority of my life in the city of Detroit, growing up in the hood. Just moving around, living in various areas. I'm very familiar with what happens in Detroit. This took place near Dexter and Joy Road, but 3 people lost their lives and 1 was injured. Now, the sad part about all of this, family, is that the video camera footage of this incident has been released, and if I remember, I will leave a link in the description area. But this is really sad, very, very sad. As I looked at the video, I watched it several times. The person who sent it to me, they said that they were just in tears over what had taken place as well. But these, again, are the things that are taking place in the hood. In the hood. They say that there is someone in custody for this. And it is my hope that more details will come out as to what took place in this, to see anyone just... What I wanted to say about all of this is the fact that we are always talking about how our lives matter, right? And that doesn't take away from other things that happen to us. But when we do each other like this, I've shared the same feelings as the other person who sent this to me. It was one of my family members, actually, who lives in metropolitan Detroit. They sent this to me and they said that they couldn't stop crying. And it is very sad to see the last moments of a person's life on film like that. But what we've got to understand is that the enemy is going about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. And our people are mentally in trouble. Many of our people, many. Now, I know that this is the case with people in the world, period. But anytime you see the persecution that we're already going through at the hands of others, and then you add to that. That is a horrible thing to actually add to what we see happening already. We are in deep trouble. Deep trouble. It is time to pray. It is time to get an understanding as to why these things are happening. There is an understanding to be gained from this. Of course, some of you only see with your natural eyes. You can't see with your spiritual eyes what's actually happening. There's something very spiritual happening here. And spiritual doesn't necessarily mean good. I'm saying that there are dark powers in the spirit realm that are actually causing these things to happen, causing people to act in the way that they are behaving. And so when I saw this, I was very bothered and deeply disturbed by it. It's obviously one of those videos that cannot be shared on YouTube, but you can only share the link because this is graphic. It shows you right there what happened. And it is very sad indeed. It was very disturbing to watch, but this was prophesied. All of this was prophesied. For those of you who don't believe, at some point you're going to wake up and realize that what we are saying is true. All of these things have been prophesied. I encourage you to look at our documentary series, the Whited Out series, specifically Whited Out Part 5. After you look at Part 1, look at the whole series, but start off with part 5 if you want to understand what is happening in the so-called Black community. Start off with part 1 if you want to know more about your history and why we are in the situation that we're in. Part 2 will show you the results of what happens because of the situation we're in. Then you have 3 and 4, and then you have 6 that comes after 5, and we're working on 7. But there is so much information out here, family, and just so little time to put it all together. And so we do what we can, along with others who are helping to get the word out and spread the word about the truth of our people. Anyways, we got to lift our people up in prayer. Something has got to give. With that, I am out. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.